mallet-headed putter is something different. That'll be pretty cool to watch, and this is pretty cool to watch too.
Oh yeah, this is perfect. I mean, with that footwork, I had no idea where that ball was going to go.
All over it.
Oh, you're right, RD. All over it's correct. Wow.
Oh, boy.
Mark, that was not a good-looking stroke at all.
Little quick in transition there. If he does, to me, battle things, the blade gets taken back inside a little shut, and from there he has to get hasty.
I covered him last 2 rounds of Colonial last year, last 2 of Memorial last year, and I have never with my own 2 eyes seen anyone hit it that good and then turn around and putt that bad. That was a good shot, guys, but a gust hit that ball right in the wind. Just as I was talking, the ball was in the air, it hit us, so lucky it stayed up.
Scottie Scheffler, weird stance for him, Robert.
Yeah, it is. That stance forced him to play the ball back in his stance further than I think he would have. Had a lot of green to work with and hit a pretty good shot, but we're going to test that putter again with about a 13-foot uphill putt. Exactly. Just not enough speed, whipped across the hole.
Well, he's always been a little bit of a defensive putter to me.
It's still up there. Look, this hole's a little more exposed than 1 and 2, so if there's any wind, you're going to feel it the most here. And that is right up the gut.
177 ball speed, that's user-friendly. A little roll out in the fairway. That is in Robert Dameron's office right now.
133, and even for a great iron player, 133 yards. Stay right at this whole location.
Well, that's to the right of it, just a few feet, but it's to the right.
It's amazing how good his ball striking is.
Yeah, you wonder if the speed of Sam's putt is going to make Scottie play this out a little more on the right and try to die it in, because it is quick from right to left. Not a good start for our mallet putter.
Yeah, that's 2 he's missed on the low edge, Rob. 1 on 1 and now 1 on 3, so a little something to watch for.
Okay, Scottie Scheffler on the tee at the par 5 4th, currently a +1.
Speaking of moving, how about that footwork on that one? That was more than normal. Oh, that'll be a layup now on the par 5.
I mean, this is almost as good as a fairway lie for a layup.
Yeah. Good shot, Scottie.
All right, good shot there, back into the fairway.
Well, I don't think any spin is going to be a real issue. You can just kind of blow and land it short, maybe 1 or 2 skip it to the hole. Say like that.
Yeah.
No problem.
Center cut. So Scottie, his ball striking has been fantastic.
This is safe play. Probably a touch right of what he would have hoped, but you can't mess around left of this hole. There's just no room, and it bounces left if it hits around the hole. Wow. That only misread by 6-8 inches.
This is first, 6th, first, 161. Crazy. It's crazy.
That's a baby draw, Rob.
He's watching it very closely. Oh, that carried by what, a yard?
It's up. He's hot with in his throat for a little while there.
Say between the 2 camera towers, try to land it around the middle of the green.
Great swing.
Indeed it was.
Yeah, he's not afraid to move the ball back in the stance, a la Jordan Spieth.
That one stayed low and is going in. Oh.
Not a very difficult putt, really, especially after watching Sam just hit his putt, and there you go, a couple nice birds. Well, he's double-crossed it a touch, middle of the green.
But there's no damage done right there, Rob, you know. Might be tiring some.
Yeah, you know he's got to get through next week because you're never going to skip the players. Now Scheffler, RD at the 7th.
That one leaking energy in the worst way. Oh, it's in. That'll settle him down just a touch.
Pulled, gentlemen. This is going to be left rough.
Yeah, and that left rough is healthy, but that's a little fortunate. How's that? That's a couple lies now where he's just missed the primary cut.
With this lie, he is not messing with the water whatsoever.
From that range for Scheffler, likely 7-iron. And very well thought out play.
Got to watch the speed on this one, guys. You throw it out pretty high on the right side. Try to throw it about, 6-8 feet pin high right, and then it'll turn straight left down the hill.
Oh, get there. Tremendous speed.
Nothing but water bunkers behind the green. Anytime you make 4 on this hole, you're pretty happy camper, really.
So Scheffler taps in to remain at 1 under par.
Getting an answer to our question about how many weeks along, our buddy Ralph Tyndall, who I do think went to med school, has assured me that they are 30 weeks along. So I was off by a few weeks.
There you go.
In front of it is so steep that it will plug very quickly. So, and that being said, this looks very aggressive.
Probably 2 yards too short.
Scheffler's is very makeable. Very makeable. Just a slight uphill lie and a very short bunker shot.
I thought a little,
And that was actually a little too much sand, huh?
Yeah.
a little fortunate there, caught too much sand. Lucky to have the ball skip through that primary cut onto the surface.
Okay.
That is a big save. Might be a little too straight on that line. He's calling for it to sit down. Oh, using every inch of it.
Sir.
Only 83 yards, and this a tiny bit left. He's, not really out of sorts, I would say, but not quite as hitting it as accurately as I've.
That's going to stick.
What a putt.
Hey,
Must have said something to Scheffler.
apparently. There's something to that. So Scottie rolls one in from north of 20 feet, so he gets to 2 under par, a little smirk.
Being that Rory is a natural hooker of the ball, I can see that. All these other guys hit the fade now.
The target never changed. The Arnold Palmer sign back right of this whole location. It is a good play, but it is a fast putt. Yes, sir.
Our TrackMan Tracing is presented by Titleist, the #1 ball in golf.
Oh, you're kidding.
Needs a cut a little bit.
No, you're not kidding.
Scottie, after finding the beach off of the tee.
Well, trying to lay up with his driving iron, but this thing's going left. It's got to hustle to avoid the bunker. That's really the worst spot you can lay up to. And they said it as good as I could have. With that little uphill lie, you've got a lot of the back of the ball exposed, so just hit a little clipper. That doesn't quite get to the top, but you can't really be too crazy because you can go out of bounds. This is such a hard putt to read, Taylor. I've literally been a member here 45 years. I have no idea what it's going to do. No clue.
Exactly. And,
It's just nuts going up the hill, then flattens out at the top. I'm not sure.
I think there's 20 guys as minimum that can win major championships out there.
But to Robert's point is, how comfortable are you when you're uncomfortable in the most pressure-packed?
Scheffler just dropped this on the ground, the old Lee Trevino move. About head high, right up the gut.
Man, that is fun to watch. That is really fun to watch. We just haven't really seen anybody that has that crazy footwork. Bubba Watson?
104 over water. Willie Mack, you've got your whole location sheet there in front of you. Find an easy one. I'm thinking back in the first 13 holes, and they have all been tucked.
Yeah. Every time he's been here.
Well, this would be a paradise for Scottie Scheffler, just a ball striker's dream.
Okay. Good look at the stroke. Looks pretty decent.
I've played with some great iron players, and I don't think anybody like Scottie. And after watching Sam almost brain someone on the left, Scottie did the right thing, played it just a little right of the hole. Beautiful.
I think I'd rather see him putt this one than a 4-footer.
Getting a steady start.
There's an Arnold Palmer umbrella in a backyard way through the fairway. That is a perfect line if you can get it. And Scottie started a little left, not cutting, but might need a soft bounce.
And it gets it.
And another tucked hole location. This all over it, all over it.
Oh, nice. That ball started exactly.
After just trying that one up an inch short on the last hole. Oh, boy.
There's that inside-out stroke again. Hey, looking at those putting numbers from Sam Burns, he's playing competitor. Burns, through 15 holes, has had 21 putts. It's a long carry over the one on the right, 340 or so.
Yeah.
He's back there on that alcove of trees back on the tee. You don't feel the wind. That one didn't feel the wind as it whistled over there.
You can see that almost every single time that he plays.
Well, just a touch right of that tree, but also not, well, stop. Oh, man, that might have nestled right against the deep stuff. That's going to be tricky. One with the big explosion.
Yeah, it's to play like a bunker shot.
That's just unfair how good that is.
Well, you don't stumble to the world's #1 ranking, that's for certain. I mean, that was quality there. Sets the blade open.
New putter's been all the rave this week, the mallet. But that one just broke a little bit more than he wanted. A little frustrating there on the
towering iron shot. So important around Bay Hill to hit it high and soft. These greens holding right now, but as the week goes on, they're going to get firmer and firmer, believe me.
All right, RD, Scheffler coming up a short miss at 16.
Well, this would go a long way to erasing that. It's got to take a right turn here somewhere, but didn't. Fooled me and Scottie.
I didn't think you being fooled on these greens, given you've played here since Moby Dick was a minnow, was possible.
Oh, no doubt. Well, they cut the grain out of them, you know, and I try to read that grain in sometimes. They're a little slower when I play them.
Pretty straight downwind, right, Nota, today?
Yeah, sure is, Luke, and that was a beautiful swing there. Opting for the shorter club. Going to have a longer second, but he'll have that second from the fairway, Luke. He's trying to peel it back toward the flag. It's not coming, though.
Yeah, he's gone with the mallet. He feels like he can see the line better with this. He's trying not to line up with the ball. This from 13 feet. And just slides on the low side. You can see the frustration continue for Scottie.
Made a 20-footer at 10, and that's the only putt outside of 6 feet that he made all day. 31 putts
All right, look who is on the course now, and unfortunately bogeyed the first. Scottie Scheffler at the second. He didn't like it.
Yeah, with all the footwork, I think he caught that club out of the toe, and that's the first ball. Not the first ball we've seen. The rest of it hasn't been so sharp. Drive is good, but the iron game needs to be dialed a bit more.
All right, back over to the second. Scottie Scheffler from the front bunker.
That's where that down-sloping lie will help. If you get a decent lie with some green with which to work.
I want to see Scottie have 24 putts today. Just start making them from everywhere.
You back to the fourth hole, the par 5, excuse me, and Scottie Scheffler's third.
Yeah, 2 big hits to get here and really a simple pitch down the hill. Nice work from Scottie.
171 yards left. And that's going to be very delicate. That's a good shot. Not much you can do there. He's just going to have to make a 10, 12-footer.
Will make it to the weekend if 6 remains the lead. There's Scheffler at 5.
Up the hill here. This definitely breaks right. What a good putt there. Had at least a full cup of break with good pace.
Cutting to this looks like a pretty good line here. And that was absolutely A1, perfect between the uprights.
Obviously, it's easier to stop. Sometimes this green is so firm you can't stop it. Into the wind you can. That was 5-iron.
Yeah, there's a little upslope just in front of this pin, right there. Still, you can see how much firmer. You can hear that sound. It's just impossible to stop.
Here's Scheffler's third.
And we saw Harman make a little bit of a mess with this. It does run out. Has some speed just like that. Off it trundles down that hill.
I'm trying to be as patient as I can and just wait for those wins to come.
Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Let's go to 6.
Scheffler for birdie. All right, Scottie Scheffler, good to see some putts rolling in here. That's been the story here throughout the season. Extraordinary ball striking.
It was all ready to go, and Teddy Scott called him off for that wind died down, picked up, went right back in there. Just right of the flagstick. There is a little slope there.
Should kick it, yeah.
Can kick it left.
What a ball striker.
You're much more surprised when he doesn't hit one close.
Nope, stood up straight up on that one.
Trying to hold that off. That may need to get down.
Yeah, 159 is a connoisseur of rake jobs. This is an A+. Great lie here, slightly downslope. Burns drove it right and had to lay it up, so he'll have a third shot wedge. He's overcut this one, though.
And that is in the rough. We'll check the stance as well there as that disappeared as well, just over that bunker.
It's just so good. It's just so good.
Here I'm worried about him looking silly, and he makes me look silly. That's amazing. Goodness.
You talked about your prognostication a couple of weeks ago. Tried to turn that one over a little bit, and he has done just that. Beautiful tee shot.
Stay out. Okay.
Definitely can attack from there.
Good pin. He likes to cut it. Starts up with the right at our tower back there. Let it bleed a little bit. He's trying to hit that shot. You can tell by the finish, but kind of staying very straight.
Okay. Good distance control just to get it closer to the hole.
New putter, new beard. It's looked okay today on the greens. Short miss at the first, but other than that, I'm pretty solid.
Overall, 59th out of 69 in the field this week. Losing close to 2 shots on the greens.
Landed in the fairway, but the fairways are starting to firm up too. This one went through. He's going to have to play this a little right at the hole. Perfect distance control there. That was just a sweet shot from Scottie.
He'll have a look for birdie after the longest drive at 10 today and a really nice second out of the rough. Scheffler cannot convert for birdie.
Well, you have misses of disbelief like that one, then you have misses like the reaction on 7 when he pulled that one. He liked the way he hit that.
Yeah. That's cutting, is going to chase into the bunker there.
Scottie Scheffler just short of the green.
Well, you saw his tee shot in the playing through just to the, he hit it in the right fairway bunker.
Oh.
And hit a pretty good shot to get it there, and that's an unusual shot for Scottie Scheffler.
Well, it looked like a great stroke. Don't think it hit anything. Maybe just a bit of a misread, but a disappointing 5 there for Scottie.
A lot of oohs and ahs and gasps from the crowd. That one was unleashed.
Well, for good reason. Right up a thimble right there.
He's posing. Oh, that would look really good to him.
That is such a bad break. Oh, that is such a bad break.
Hey, Jordan, you know this guy over at 12?
Yeah, I take a chance on this one scaring the hole. Oh, wow.
So there's a little pitch mark in front of his ball, so that's why he pitched it. I mean, tell you what, you're 1 for 1 in making predictions in your broadcasting.
I'm assuming that was live. I didn't hear anything in my ear, so that was fortunate.
That's pretty right there.
Just 5 paces from that right side.
Smart shot there from Scottie. That high finish.
Your aspirations.
Sure. You're spot on with that, John.
Scottie tried to jam one in there, and he'll watch it wander on by.
Yeah, I played with him a couple times last week. He was rolling it nicely. Made a few long ones. Those obviously built some confidence back there, knocking those in. That was right up the hill.
Please cover is what he said, and it did.
Yep, we're dancing. Nice run there from Scottie. Go ahead and tap that in. Move over to the 15th.
Hardest hole on the golf course coming up, and Scheffler will arrive at 15 at -4, 3 shots off the lead.
If you go too far left, you'll run through the rough.
Yeah, I think being back into the wind today is going to make this tee shot a little bit easier for these guys. You don't have to worry about going through, because it is definitely a thought if there's no wind into you. It's going through, and through is no good.
What's he looking at here?
Yeah, this is the greatest ball striker I think I've ever seen. So I imagine he just aims right at the pin and tries to fly it one short and then make it. So he's pretty good.
At times he looks like a robot, you know? He just hits it exactly where you're supposed to. 45 feet away, Max. Maybe he just needs to aim away from the hole.
I think it was far enough away for him to feel like it was an iron shot. So he just I know he's been struggling a bit with the putting, but that was dead center.
Take a peek here at Scottie, see if he can find this fairway at the 16th.
Feel pretty good after the birdie on the last.
And a nice bounce there.
Yeah, looks perfect if the number's good. Yeah, always is.
Oh, what do you know?
It's just literally a machine. It's a beautiful thing to watch. Got to play with him on Sunday at Riv, at the Genesis, and I mean, it's just it makes you think to yourself, like, why is this so difficult for me? Like, why is this so hard? This is the range. I feel good about it.
Oh man, how's that straighten out at the end?
Ah, man. Some people will tell you the ocean's on the right. There's also probably ocean on the left. Putting just really hard. New putter this week, by the way.
Yeah, what you think?
I've seen 2 putts. They both look real good.
Terrific line.
Fabulous.
It's amazing to listen to both Spieth and Homa talk about Scheffler and how great he is.
Back at 17, Scottie Scheffler just off the green for 3 consecutive birdies.
Again, he had to lift that putter up. You saw in the backstroke, you get over the collar. Good looking.
Oh, the putter is warming up. Fear the beard. Scottie Scheffler's now tied for the lead.
He is hitting a draw. Perfect.
What a run this has been. 5 under his last 6 holes in a perfect spot here off the tee on 18.
Anytime you can work it back into the wind, it's going to come down a little bit softer. Firmer greens.
And guess what line this is on, Luke?
Right at it. Time and time again, isn't it? I mean, just what a ball striker he is. This for an amazing finish, and I think a few people at +3 unhappy.
Underneath.
Not to be.
20 feet. Still a great run to close the round. 5 under the last 7. After this gets cleaned up.
And Mike, it was nice to see him make a bunch of putts. You know, players get their egos inflated when they get over 100 feet of putts for a round. Scheffler did that today. That was good putt playing, and particularly with the putter of the back 9.
So one of the 6 at 7 under par will be his 5th 36-hole lead or co-lead.
Three-wood for Scottie as well. That is the club he hits when he wants to draw it, and he's done just that.
Go get it, Scottie. And that one too finds the rough to the right.
I don't think so. Probably just short. The only danger here is because it's sitting off the ground a little bit, is catching it high on the club face, having it come out a little soft. It's about what he was trying to do right there, Noda.
That is a well-judged second from a very difficult place.
Now Scottie Scheffler, who got it out of the rough to this point.
And dare I say, Steve, another green in regulation from a tee shot out of position, and that's just how he's been able to maintain that amazing.
Scottie Scheffler after that good par on his opening hole.
He can hit it as high as anyone. He's playing a little cut here, maybe to try to land it even softer.
Oh, good news here is he doesn't have to catch it super solid. It's so fast.
Gotta get a little steeper on your attack angle there. Just needs to slow down.
So that for par.
This is just straight up the hill and solid.
He lost strokes to the field through the first 2 rounds, so the putter even though he was tied for the lead after 36 holes, the putter has still not quite gotten going.
Clark had 35 yards to the front edge after his drive. 35. Not 135. 35.
And Scottie almost made that shot there. Nice touch from Scottie. This summer, Henrik Stenson beating Phil Mickelson the last time it was there in 2016.
All right, this is Scottie Scheffler, his third shot on the par 5, so he's got that left for birdie. All right, Scottie Scheffler for birdie.
There you go. He needed that.
Hit 149, laid well back here. That is the widest section of the fairway, so taking some strategy into play. You see the finish there, trying to hold it back up into the wind, and just got on top of it, and that's what happens.
Back with Scottie Scheffler, his third. This is a tricky one out of the bunker at 5.
Wind is into his face, though. That shall get a little help from that. Oh, just missed his spot, Steve, by about 2 feet.
Scottie for the par save.
Coming back up the hill into the green, keep the speed up. Put some nice pace on that. Don't know that he got that on line, though.
He began the day at 7 under, one of those 6 players tied for the lead.
A similar line now cutting to the right of Clark's ball.
I mean, he'd rather not be in that bunker because he'll probably have to lay a little further back, but at least it's safe.
Just short of that be the widest part of the fairway. As long as it's solid, he's got no water issues. And that's going to be on the right side of the fairway. Good shot.
Just going to be a little further back than if he was in the fairway, but that's in good shape.
Yeah, see him go with that very easy, very low at the left side of the green as well. Yeah, he's trying to land it a couple more yards on the green. It would have scuttled back there, but the fact that it landed in that upslope just killed. One has not shown up, so they just took some towels and wiped off as much as they could. I don't understand why the blower couldn't make it. It's only about a par 4 away, but they decided to go ahead and play.
A pretty good run by Scheffler. You see as the shot gets tight. Back at 8.
Yep, for the most talked about putting stroke in a long time.
Yeah, Scottie's trying to get away from the physical and get a little bit more visual, a little bit more external, which I think is important. If you're struggling with your putting, just quicken up the routine, get a little bit quicker.
He had a good day yesterday, but it's been spotty to say the least for Scheffler, trying to match that incredible tee to green game.
Fairway so far, it's hard to count that as a miss on that hole because that's not a bad shot, and that is a bad shot. Oh no, and now he has to come over that bunker.
Decent right to left in this putt.
Boy, 2 poor putts by these players. Both lost their speed there for sure.
Yeah, too close to really get a lot of spin, so just really having a feel in his arms of how much he wants to, where he wants to pitch it. Got a little ahead of that and pushed it to the right, not lining up the ball like he used to. Again, he's trying to use his eyes, be a bit more external.
There you go.
And that was pretty nice.
Says he's taken the line off the ball as well to try to create some athleticism in the putting stroke.
Scottie Scheffler 1 over on the round. This difficult tee shot today.
Driver, the common theme here, and that's right, judging by the look and the finish.
Way right there. Wow.
This looks deep at 11.
Sure does. Scheffler second.
So narrow there to get it up that opening.
Talking so much about Arnie, a little Gary Player followed through for Scheffler as he got it out of the rough at the 11th.
11.
And Scheffler.
Well, he left that one short like he did on 10. Get it there. Another one short. And John, I love what you were saying. Oh, look at that. Yelling.
There's that little zip that you're talking about, Luke. Scheffler, got to have this. Just get something going here. So he pops up into there, tie for third, 6 under.
A great bounce back after we see him almost lose his cool like he did on 11. And he hit a great wedge into 12 and a very nice one there.
And Scottie Scheffler trying to build some momentum on the way in like he did yesterday. Birdie at 12, birdie at 13.
Oh, he's been good from that distance.
See if he can hit the green. Historically, 40% of people are hitting this green. It's a very difficult place to hit, and he's overcooked it. We've seen people go long, we've seen people go short, and that's
happens on this course. This was just earlier Scheffler from the bunker at 14.
It's going aerial, but this is downwind and down grain.
One tough par 3 today. Scheffler able to save it.
He's definitely making more putts.
Right before him.
Sounded good. This is overturning to the left, though.
Oh, wow. What a shot.
Small space over there at 15 with that flag stick just 5 on from the left.
You can see the wind blowing his pants pretty well.
Oh, yes. Scottie Scheffler.
Now back on the tee, Scheffler. After an amazing up and down at 15.
Yeah, the wind is pushing it a little right to left. I think he thought that was leaking, but it held it in there nicely.
Taking in low at the left side of the green. Better make sure he took enough to carry. He did. Just a very basic pitch shot. Great touch there.
Just rolling along, doing his thing. He's just been living on top of leaderboard.
That was 8-iron for Scheffler. Just left of the flag.
Oh, man. How does that not count as a green in regulation?
Yeah, once this ball starts rolling, I don't think there's much in it. Just see if it gets kicked either way out of that first cut.
I kind of like that play out of that rough. It's kind of inconsistent to chip out of. It's a ball position, looks a hair more forward, and it's slight. You know, if you're making changes, Phil Kenyon's smart enough to know you can't make major champions change a lot. And I think Luke said it too. He's trying to get more visual, kind of get.
Definitely tough in terms of where you're getting pulled and the time commitment and the scrutiny, as you said, Brad.
And we're looking at this tee shot with our driving technology, and lo and behold, it's another good one for Scottie, presented by the Paradigm AI Smoke Driver from.
But as long as it comes back to its original spot, it technically hasn't moved. So when we watch this tape, it looks like it's come back to the same spot.
Okay, Scheffler comes up a little short. But what about, we'll get to this in a second, but, you know, improving the lie and all that. Tell you what, this putter has come alive. That is a good stroke from Scheffler.
Dan, he's putted better every single day.
Yep. Round 1, 31, 27, round 2.
That is driver starting right over the corner, should carry.
And it does.
Next to play from County Offaly, Ireland.
On a really good line. See if he got the right number.
Oh, it spun back on him a little bit.
Wow, Steve, just the quintessential ball striker.
And Scheffler gets out to 10 under par, and he has the lead all to himself.
On edge, but he's got a whole club behind this hole to the back edge. 5-iron.
Followed this shot with TrackMan Tracing, presented by Baker Tilly.
Looks like he's going to need that kick that we've seen to the left. Ooh,
wow.
The wind ate that up. Sure can.
Wow.
Right in the middle.
Brand new putter, new head, a mallet style, new grip, half an inch added to the shaft, so it's working.
Right over the corner of the water.
TLCC.
This is kind of low going at the end of that bunker. See if it stops in time.
Just comes up in the first cut there, John.
If it sits way up, you can catch it on the top of the club, but this is down. Might not be the worst thing, because into the wind, it'll take a little spin off and get through it easier.
Yeah, gets himself out of trouble there, center of the green.
Makeable putts early. Gives you confidence on these that you don't have to be too careful with them.
It really does, and I think just getting the speed right is critical, and pretty nice speed there. I think he's got to be happy with that, but it was right on line, John, so picking up on the reads today, which is a great sign of being in control of your putting game.
So Scheffler makes his par there at 3.
Tied for the lead. Now he has a 2-shot advantage on the par 5 fourth.
This hole's playing a little more difficult today. 4 out of the last 6 players that have played this hole have made bogey here. And that...
Yeah, Kurt, I don't think he can get this line anywhere near that bunker. It's 100 yards just to carry these 2 bunkers right here. Oh, lucky bounce there. Can't have that rough again.
Was it ever?
This is heading right side of the green.
You could see the follow through on his swing. He was trying to late save it there, and it was way too late.
That's probably going to be another 1 putt.
It's a dangerous combination, and he's been doing it so well for the last 3 years.
Just a gap wedge.
Looks up in the air, John. Oh, and that landed on that downslope you were talking about. It needed to be just a hair more right towards the flagstick. Now a long putt back up that hill.
Builds into a great finish. We're back at the 5th with Scheffler putting for birdie.
Long putt back up the hill. And we've seen some improvement in his putting, some rapid improvement, especially since the first round, and that's good touch up the hill.
Scotty Bugatti.
Boy, this is a beauty. Left of that second bunker should be enough to cover even into the wind.
No problem. Business as usual for the best ball striking machine in the world.
Ideally, if you can get it to the front right portion of this green, bunker is okay.
This is well to the right.
And that was not what he wanted. That's going to be a little bit tricky. Yeah, you could see enough of the ball where I think he can control it. And such good hands from Scottie. And every time he gets out of position, he gets it back into a position which is just absolutely perfect.
Great up and down for Scottie Scheffler.
Number 6, see if he starts this at the middle and tries to turn it in. You just don't want to hit in that left bunker.
Oh, that looks like exactly what he's trying to do, right at the middle of the green, Fax. Boy, that happened. Same exact thing happened on the second hole.
Wow. Second time on a par 3 here today, Brad, that Scottie Scheffler's come up way short with his tee shot.
Yeah, big judgment error there, and really misjudging the wind. Now today his approach with his irons, which is always his strength, and putting's his best stat.
confidence with the flat stick.
Starting at the right side of that bunker, trying to cut right. I mean, that's just perfect. There is not a lot of room up there. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a pretty swing. Just a wedge.
It's in the hole.
It's a small little peninsula where this pin is, but from this distance, straight at it.
And the way he's been putting, just about unbeatable. Shane Lowry's left his birdie putt about 4 feet short, so has a little left coming for par. Birdie putt on the way for Scheffler. Just didn't quite have enough.
This is down the right side. May need to get down. Let's see what kind of bounce it gets.
Right at his average ball speed and right where he almost always is, in the fairway with that tee shot.
Yeah, fun to watch, isn't he?
Trying to make him hit a nice full one. Right at the dead center of the green.
Yeah, pretty close to hole high there. Really, that's all he needed to do. He didn't need to take on that flagstick with that.
Putnam is bogey-free, Dan, and Scheffler. That's it in the field. Scottie for birdie.
Yeah, one of the biggest and one of the flattest greens here at Bay Hill. And another putt on line like the last. Oh, he's feeling so good with it. His posture looks a little bit more upright to me. He looks more relaxed with his stroke.
So he felt like the wind just got him there a little bit in his face and just slowed it up just enough.
Very flat over that bunker. Cutting to the right. Might need to carry.
It pops back in. Beautiful shot by Scheffler. The feet were very active on that tee shot.
The chimney looks like a perfect spot to hit it at.
Need to land softly. It does.
Here we go. Good look to go 12 under. And it's just crazy to think how confidence can change like a light switch for Scheffler.
Keep the left side out. Yep, you saw that take off, didn't you? Just down.
He called that perfectly, Fax. Low cut right up the center.
Yeah, as close to a stinger 3-wood as you can. Look at the roll out there. I had to roll 50 yards at least with that 3-wood. Right in the mayor's office.
Very left to right wind, just a touch of help in it.
Yeah, the situation doesn't bother Scottie Scheffler. He thrives on it. And another beautiful wedge shot.
It's like he's playing golf in a 10-yard wide tunnel. I mean, everything, fairways.
It's a video game.
8 times he won here. 2-11.
And the current #1 in the world, Scheffler, for another birdie.
Does the 12th fairway know what it's dealing with now?
Yeah. Wonderful.
Ted Scott's kind of on repeat too, Luke.
It's got a wonderful in there. I still think it's delightful, but we'll go with wonderful.
Lowry already laid up into the left rough, unfortunately. This is that low one towards that left-hand bunker.
Thought it might skip over, but it's in that bunker.
Well, that one was fat. Very heavy for the first time today.
Nobody's reached the cup from over here yet, have they?
I think they're just afraid that it's going to have if it has a little too much speed, it's going to go down the other side. The line wasn't great. The speed was perfect.
This week. For a guy coming in when it's all we talked about with his putting, that is an unbelievable turnaround.
Oh, yeah. That's bacon, egg, and cheese all day. All day. All day. Oh, good, Scottie.
He's so happy. Middle of the green here. Don't fool around with that water at all.
Taking it to dead center. Actually sliding a little bit to the right.
Oh, that could. Oh, it did. It plugs because of the spin thereafter. Watch this club will go outside on the way back. Face is open.
He really played it like a normal bunker shot. I mean, not like a plug bunker shot. It was always at the beginning of the week. I wanted to tee off after 12 p.m. I knew I had a chance, and then if I wouldn't look at leaderboard until the last 6 holes. That's when I wanted to. That's kind of why I asked that question. A little under the hole.
Right at the dead center of the green. Exactly what you said, Luke. Aggressive swings at conservative targets. There's some speed past the hole.
It's very Tiger-esque right now, stress-free with the lead. He's not making mistakes. He's forcing all the other guys to come after him.
14 again.
Short range here for Scheffler to get out with his 5-shot lead intact. 5 holes left. 5-shot lead. That is tough stuff.
Issue with driver would be tough to stop it going through this fairway. So he's taking 3 wood much higher. He can still carry the first part of this bunker, which is exactly what he's trying to do. Coming in higher, it'll land softer than a driver would and should stay in the fairway.
I mean, how about these 3 woods he hit? That 1 on 11, that stinger down there low, and that one high up in the air. He knew he had to get the height on it to keep it in the fairway.
Guess where this is? Right in between the tower and the grandstand.
Right on line with the flagstick. Speaking of going, Scheffler just been terrific all day. Another birdie putt.
Yeah, he has. This one's curves a little bit to the left and good line. Good speed.
Good putt.
Good game. Wow, well, I'll tell you what. This is the best way to stop questioning somebody about your putting.
Scheffler loading up here at this par 5.
Helping right to left wind, 320 through with that left-hand bunker. He could probably reach that right now.
It's heading towards it. It's just going to finish in the first cut. It might be an awkward stance, but he'll still be trying to get it to a number that's very comfortable to him. It's not just an aimless chipping down there. He's thinking about what number he wants for his 3rd shot.
Everything seems comfortable for Scheffler.
Watch the speed there. There is Scheffler for yet another birdie and extend the lead to 6.
Be shocked. Came up short.
Yeah, plugged in the bunker there. There it is.
That lie on 13 that was semi-plugged as well. He's got plenty of room here to run it. Get it up in the air.
Stop. Like everything else today. Bogey free on the day.
Mike, I saw Scott Scheffler's dad in the lunchroom before the round. He said, thanks for being so nice about my son Scottie and his putting. I was being so nice. I was just effusing praise on you. And today, he's first in putting. It's the most amount of feet he's made.
And it's that low bullet right down the middle.
Such control of his golf ball. It's so nice. He can move it right to left, left to right, up, high, low. Even then, taking on the flag somewhat, didn't need to. Just been an exhibition of ball striking by Scottie Scheffler.
That was from just more than 16.5 feet. And Scottie Scheffler is the king of Bay Hill again, with one of the great performances we've ever seen here around difficult Bay Hill. Low round of the day by two shots and matches the low round of the week.
Scottie, you turned a tight leaderboard into a romp on a golf course that asks so many difficult questions. How are you able to find all the right answers today?
Yeah, I played a good round of golf. You know, Teddy and I, we got off to a good start and just did my best to keep things rolling. I didn't look at many leaderboards today. I kind of stayed in my own little space and just tried to keep pushing. You know, as we made the turn on the back nine, I knew I had a few shot lead, but I really don't like this 18th hole, to be honest with you. So I needed a big lead going into the 18th, and yeah, it was a nice walk.
Your 7th career PGA Tour win, but your first in nearly a year. What were the challenges in staying positive as you look to get that putter hot and look for a moment like today?
Yeah, like I said, just sticking to my process. I had a good couple off weeks at home, you know, good time with friends and family to kind of reset. And going into this week, I try to have a good attitude, and Teddy, I think, did a really good job of keeping me in a good headspace. And yeah, we played well.
What is the value of a win like this at the Arnold Palmer Invitational for the 2nd time as you look ahead to a title defense next week at the Players and the rest of your 2024?
Yeah, anytime you can win Arnie's tournament is pretty special. You know, he meant a lot to the game of golf and us as being professionals, and it's truly an honor to win here. And you know, I'm thankful that the Palmer family has kept the tournament going, and I'm looking forward to coming back here next year.
Get some rest. We'll see you in a few days.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching the PGA Tour on YouTube. Watch another video right here.